Colerain basketball on WAYCROSS Sports. Made possible by Borgman Athletics Group. We make sports happen. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life. Anderson Automatic Heating and Cooling. And Shoe Carnival.
Hello everyone and welcome to Colerain High School as we get ready for a GMC matchup between the Colerain Cardinals and Fairfield Indians. Hipsley and Nathaniel, when we look at the home team, Colerain Cardinals, coming in with a 6-13 record, obviously they're not winning a lot of games, but they have a lot of talented players on this team, led by seniors Rodney Wiley and Sincere Jones, both averaging more than 13 points a game. But they are a team that struggles from the free throw line, shooting under 60%. And then when we look at Fairfield, they also don't win a lot of games at 7-13. They're 4-10 in conference, but they do shoot better than Colerain at basically all percentages, from three, from the free throw line, overall shooting percentage. And the two players to look out for Fairfield, Xavier Ricks at 13 points per game and Devin Turner at 13 points per game as well.
Yeah, what you'll see tonight is from Colerain, Wiley and Jones are going to be the focal point of that offense. They don't rotate in a whole lot of guys. It's going to be a fairly top-heavy rotation. And Fairfield will look to switch things up a little bit more. They're going to get some more guys active. So over the course of the game, look for Wiley and Jones to pop. But if they start to tire out because of lack of rotation, it could start to get away from Colerain here. So they've got to get their shots early and make sure they build themselves a good lead here.
Absolutely. And as we finish up the introductions, we do see a lot of football players playing basketball as well. We have Eric Phillips, the Cincinnati commit, Sincere Jones, the University of Miami commit, both going Division I. And Sincere, as you mentioned, the one to keep your eye on. He's the Swiss Army knife for the state runner-up football team this year. He was the kick returner, the punt returner, the wingback, and the starting cornerback. He was the do-everything player for the Colerain Cardinals.
Oh yeah, he can do it all. Scored himself 5 touchdowns on the season. He made himself useful just about everywhere.
And as you can tell, he's a baller on the court too, averaging more than 13 points per game. And we are ready to start this game. Fairfield and Colerain ready to get after it. We have Sincere Jones and Devin Turner taking the tip-off, and we are off here at Colerain High School. Colerain has the ball. Sincere being guarded by Stephen Taylor. Out to Rodney Wiley. Number 2 and number 5 for Colerain. That's what makes the engine run. Jordan Hatter with the ball.
And already, for those of you who were with us for the JV game, you can see that Colerain's just going to take things slow, settle in here a little bit.
Maybe look at what Fairfield is giving them. There's Wiley with the 3, and that one is good. And that's why he's one of the leading scorers in the conference.
It's a good start to the game for him. Yeah, he's 3rd in the GMC with 18 points a game.
Absolutely. He's a scoring machine. When he gets hot, he can score with the best of them. Fairfield moving in. That's a lot of bodies. That's Eric Phillips. As we mentioned, this University of Cincinnati football commit. And they're going to say Wiley shuffled his feet. Boy, you can tell with the way Wiley moves that he is different on the offensive end. He's an absolutely scoring machine.
Yeah, he and Jones both. Wiley's number 3 and Jones is number 8 in the conference in scoring. Both of them exceptional at getting the ball in the hoop.
Absolutely. Fairfield driving in. That one's in and out. Good rebound by Eric Phillips, big and physical. Wiley kicks it back out.
Yeah,
Phillips drives in.
Phillips scores, a healthy 5 points a game, but where he's going to do most of his damage is grabbing rebounds inside and being physical.
Jordan Hatter and Sincere Jones, that's good. A quick 5-0 knock for Colerain. And guess who does the scoring? You already know it, Sincere Jones and Wiley. Colerain playing a full press defense. Turner with the ball, Turner for 3. That one's off the front of the rim. They're gonna say Sincere last touch the ball. That was also Alan Caldwell for Fairfield trying to fight for possession of the basketball. Xavier Ricks, also one of the key players to watch for Fairfield, passing it in. Now has the ball on the perimeter, being guarded by Jalen Wright. Over to Alan Caldwell. Fairfield moving the ball around. Body hit the floor, but they're not going to call a foul. Devin Turner back to Ricks. Ricks driving in, looking for the layup, and that one is good.
That's going to be tough to block there. Just gets it outside, blocks out with his body.
Wiley out to Hatter. Moving the ball over. The mid-range jumper off the back of the rim. Jalen Wright trying to get that to go. Ricks has the ball. Over to Caleb Cronbaker. Ricks for 3. That one is good, and we have a tie game.
Nails it. He's shooting almost 47% from 3 this season.
Wow, almost 50% from 3. How incredible is that? We have a percentage over 30, and you believe that's good. How about 50?
It just shows you how impressive that guy is.
Hatter thought about the shot. Instead, he's going to drive it in. Sincere with the pick. Gets the ball to Sincere. And that layup is good.
Breaks it right down the middle.
You can tell Sincere has that bounce. Being a multi-sport star, his athleticism is off the charts. Fairfield player left wide open, and that one's no good off the front of the rim. That was Stephen Taylor with the jump shot. Wiley showing off his ball handles.
Good defending there, stop the fast break.
Sincere Jones for 3, and that's off the front of the rim. And that's a rebound by Alan Caldwell. Xavier Ricks coming up the court, showing off his handles. And that layup is off the back of the rim. Sincere with the rebound. Sincere coming up the court, Euro step. Almost gets it to go, but that's off the back of the rim. Caleb Cronbaker gets it over to Turner. Turner puts it up, and that one is good. What a nice move by Turner. And that one is stolen. Xavier Ricks' handoff, Cronbaker has it. Turner for 3. And that one's off. But they get the rebound. Alan Caldwell, and he gets fouled.
Some of the chippiness that's been already brewing here in the game boils over into the first foul.
What a move by Turner, doing the Steph Curry underhand layup. Ricks will pass it in, inside. Good pass inside, and that's a good. Stephen Taylor with a nice pass inside, making the extra pass, and gets the and one as well.
Oh, he knows it too, he's feeling it.
And we have Jakari Patterson, also a football player, coming in for the Cardinals. Jakari Patterson was this team's starting safety.
Which is impressive because Patterson's about 6'3", 210. He's shifty enough with all of that mass to be able to cover a field. He's dangerous.
Hatter looking for a play. Jalen Wright inside to Patterson. Patterson looking for a pass. Wright thought about shooting it. Patterson. Hatter over to Wiley. Wiley for 3. Off the rim. Turner has it. Devin Turner coming up the floor. And what a play by Hatter. I think Turner had aspirations to dunk that ball.
Not today, he said.
Devin Turner, the 6'5" senior. Ricks passing it in. Gets it into Cronbaker. Now we have Devin Turner being guarded by Wright. takes the contact, and that one is good. Stephen Taylor making his presence known early in this game. Fairfield with a 12-7 lead with 2:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Hatter back to Wiley. Again, right, good pump fake, the jump shot, and that's off. Devin Turner with the rebound.
A waste of a good little fake there.
Ricks, mid-range jump shot is no good. Rebound by Wiley. Wiley running in transition. Good ball control. Jump shot is good.
Weaving his way through, that's a thing of beauty.
Coast to coast for Wiley. Xavier Ricks now has the ball. Colerain in his zone.
Well, the last time these two teams met, Fairfield came out on top 80-70, but the stars from both teams showed out.
That's a steal for Colerain. Sincere has it. Sincere's going open. That's good. And a foul.
Just like Jones is doing tonight already. He had 24 the last time these two teams met, 22 for Rodney Wiley, and there were 28 points scored by Ricks. He had himself a day the last time.
Now substitutions coming in. Cortland Smith and Deshaun Simpkins coming in. Con Baker and Stephen Taylor coming out for Fairfield. Sincere looking to complete his and one. And his free throw is good. And now it's a tie game as we get close to a minute 55 left in the first quarter.
The first quarter's not even done yet, and Jones already has himself 7 points.
Cross-court pass. Good passing by Fairfield right around Devin Turner for three. And that one is an air ball. That was good ball movement right there by Fairfield. Just a bad shot by Turner.
Bails out a little bit of shaky defense there by Colerain.
Colerain was chasing.
They're lucky that that did not get buried.
Wiley over to right. Wiley looking to make a play. Sincere in the middle. And that one came in and hit by Cortland Smith. And as you can hear, that's Colerain's head coach screaming in front of us. Sincere goes up and he gets fouled.
The head coach has got the kind of voice that just never gets tired. His players will know, no matter where they are on the court, what they need to be doing.
Now you have Sincere almost a double-digit points, and we're only in the first quarter. Making his presence felt, although that free throw is off.
Stay there and take a picture.
Sincere's second jump shot. Free throw, excuse me. And that one is no good. Xavier Ricks, and that one is stolen. Jalen Wright has it over to Jakari Patterson. Now Wiley has it. Wiley for three, and that one's off. Fairfield will let that go out of bounds, and it will be Fairfield possession.
You know, Wiley's one of the best three-point shooters that the team has, but he only shoots at about 35%. As a team, they shoot about 30% from beyond the arc.
If it has it being trapped. Devin Turner has it. Back to Ricks. 40 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Fairfield taking their time with this possession.
Yeah, Ricks wants to see what his options are going to be.
Ricks being guarded by Hatter. Smith has it, being guarded by Patterson. And that ball is on the ground, body's on the ground. Patterson has it. They're going to get, that is a tie-up. Both teams hustling so far here in this first quarter.
Absolutely, going all out.
Caldwell passes it into Ricks. 16 seconds. Turner has it. That one's tipped out. 8 seconds. Turner lost his dribble.
Ooh, nice cut
Good pass.
inside.
But that one's
Blocked it
stolen
up,
by
though.
Colerain. Colerain can't get possession of the ball. And Patterson throws it the full length of the court. Boy, that was an impressive throw. Patterson kind of sidewinded the ball and got it to over the backboard of the other side.
He barely had time to get a grip on it.
Wow. And now we will show you the first quarter Sincere Jones highlights, the University of Miami football commit, making his presence known, especially on the offensive end, especially points in the paint.
Yep, he's slicing holes in this Fairfield defense, and they're going to have to find an answer for him.
Sincere is not settling. He had one three-pointer. Otherwise, that he is taking it to the hole. He is not settling for jump shots. He'll make that football body. He's going to make it known. Now as we get ready to start the second quarter, both teams playing extremely well so far. Couple turnovers, both teams tied at 12. Both teams finishing well in the paint, making the extra pass.
It should be exciting. Even though Fairfield has dominated the series here, Colerain hasn't won since 2011. There have been a number of close games, including at Fairfield last year that was 49-45. And then here in this building against Fairfield, Fairfield won 55-53. So they're always close, and you always feel like Colerain's got an opportunity to be in it. Perhaps on this, the final regular season game for Colerain seniors, they can come out with a win.
You wouldn't want to send out the seniors any better than that because I believe there are 8 seniors on this Colerain basketball team.
With all that experience, I hope they can use it to their advantage.
Substitution for the Cardinals.
They have Hatter coming in for Jakari Patterson. Hatter gets the ball over to Wiley. Fairfield in a 1-3-1 zone, it looks like. Wiley over to right. Sincere Jones inside, and that one's good.
Now he's got double digits.
And that very easily could have been a foul. There was a lot of contact on Sincere right there. Ricks over to Caldwell.
Sorry, I misspoke. I thought
Turner
he's
drives
got
in. That one's way off. Hatter has the rebound for the Cardinals.
Just want to clarify an earlier point. Sincere Jones has 9. Does not have 10, but you feel like any second now he's going to eclipse that mark.
Definitely looks like he'll get over his 13.8 point season average per game. Sincere Jones making his presence felt tonight. Hatter has the ball. We'll take it up for the Cardinals. Now it looks like a 3-2 zone being played by Fairfield. Sincere in the middle. You got to break that zone if you're the Cardinals. You got to get it in the middle. Hatter. Colerain's got to get a shot up. A lot of ball moving around the perimeter. Colerain has to get a good jump shot off. Hatter.
Look at Hatter just spreading the ball all around the court, doing a great job of finding the open man.
And that is a timeout for Colerain. Head coach not happy. A lot of perimeter ball movement, but anything that's going to make Fairfield worried.
Unable to penetrate thus far, and they're not going to want to make their living from beyond the arc. As I mentioned, they're not a great three-point shooting team. They're going to have to find those spots where they can pick apart the Fairfield defense and find spots inside.
Yeah, we saw when it comes to any type of zone, the 2-3, the 3-2, you have to get the ball in the middle, and Colerain has Sincere in the middle. If you do not get the ball in the middle, you're going to have to settle for three-point jump shots over and over again. So for your Colerain, you have to force feed the ball inside to break that zone up.
It'd be interesting to see if Eric Phillips comes back on here.
We saw him making his presence felt.
Just bowl his way in there.
And plus with Eric Phillips' height, you can throw a little bit of a high pass and he can go get it for you. That's where height is key on any basketball team. Now we see Colerain's coach breaking down the X's and O's with his team, trying to break through the zone that Fairfield is presenting. Fairfield jumping into different zones, trying to confuse the Colerain offense.
Well, I think if you're the Colerain coach, you're happy. I mean, it's a real close game here in the early going, and you haven't been playing amazing thus far, and you're still got a pretty strong look at this.
Hatter for three. That one is good.
Buries it.
And that's how you want to come out of a timeout, hitting a three-pointer with confidence.
Just like Coach drew it up.
And they are going to get Fairfield with a travel. That is number 21, Deshaun Simpkins. Simpkins tried to get a little too aggressive, and now we have that replay of Hatter. Nothing but net on that three-point shot, giving the Colerain Cardinals a 17-12 lead. Hatter dribbling the ball around. Wiley, Hatter, and Wright are on the outside. Sincere Jones inside. Eric Phillips also back in the game.
Hatter wanted to have himself a little heat check there.
Fairfield player almost walked. Simpkins has the ball. Over to Caldwell. Caldwell mid-range jump shot. That one's off the front of the rim. Good rebound by Wright. Hatter has it. Sincere Jones thought about the three, but he doesn't have it. Wiley coming in. Wiley tried to get the pass off to Phillips, and that one's stolen. Fairfield running in transition, and he's fouled. They're going to get Hatter. That was Alan Caldwell running in transition for the Indians.
Take a look at that again. Just didn't quite get his feet set there.
Sincere trying to play help defense, but wasn't going to work.
At the line for the Indians, number 20.
Jakari Patterson coming back in for the Colerain Cardinals. We have Patterson coming in for Wiley.
Number 24, Jakari Patterson.
Now for Fairfield, Turner and Kroppenbaker coming back into the game. Deshaun Simpkins coming out of the game. Also coming into the game, Colin Singer, who we also saw in the JV game just a little while ago.
He can swing it both ways.
Caldwell hits a second free throw. And now Wiley will come back into the game. So Wiley gets about a 20-second rest, comes right back on the court.
Well, that's about all you're going to get tonight. As I mentioned, the rotation's pretty short for Colerain. So most of their guys are going to be out there for the majority of the minutes of this game.
Yeah, Colerain has a show rotation. Wiley gets in. Oh, and Sincere misses the putback. Jakari Patterson tries to save it, but that will go to Fairfield. That's a lay-in Sincere wants to have back.
No kidding.
Now we have Kroppenbaker playing point, being guarded by Wiley. Devin Turner comes in, and he's fouled.
Foul Cardinals. Number 24, Jakari Patterson.
They're going to get Jakari Patterson on the foul on Devin Turner. Turner will go to the line to shoot free throws.
For Fairfield, Devin Turner.
Turner's first free throw off the front of the rim.
Yeah, look for him to make the second one, though. He's about 76% on the season.
It's not often that he misses both free throws, and yeah, he will make the second one. Colerain with a three-point lead with 4:34 left to go here in the first half. They're going to call a foul. Sincere makes the basket, but they will not count the basket. Now Sincere will now look to get his double-digit points. Oh, actually, no, they will pass it from the inbounds. They're saying before the shot happened was a foul. Hatter has the ball. That was close to being a turnover. Sincere gets it back to Hatter, and they will reset the offense. Fairfield in the 3-2 zone again. Hatter for three. That one's way off. Rebound by Smith.
Yeah, missed the mark. You'd like to get the ball inside a little bit more instead of trying to shoot it from the perimeter.
Especially against the zone. Devin Turner being guarded by Jakari Patterson. Takes it out for three. That one's off the front of the rim. Sincere Jones with the rebound. A little bit of a spin move.
Again, lucky by Colerain. All the switching left. Eric Phillips trying to guard the wing.
Sincere over to Hatter. Hatter will do the ball handling. Wiley gets the ball, drives it, goes through Hatter's legs. And Sincere Jones tries to get it in, but he's wild.
And he might have taken a little punishment as he went in there. He's
Sincere's holding
touching at his eye a little bit.
Kroppenbecker coming in.
Sincere's squinting a little bit. He may need to come out if it doesn't clear up.
Might have taken a shot to the eye. Wiley will make the corner change. And Sincere again holding his face. He might be hurt right now.
Yeah, that pass caught him, and he just wasn't quite ready for it. The depth perception
jump
may
shot
not be
there.
there.
Eric Phillips has it, and he'll get fouled.
And Jones motioning that he may need to come out here.
Really incredible athleticism from Eric Phillips, as he has a lot of girth. He has a lot of athleticism.
Number 13 centers, his first, the team's fourth.
Yeah, now we do have Sincere Jones coming out of the game. He will get his eye checked out. He will squirt some water in his eye.
Phillips at the line is shooting just under 38% as that one rattles out.
Substitution for the Indians. Number 1, Devin Turner, and number 22, Courtney Smith.
Now Eric will try to convert one.
Substitution for Colerain. Number 11, Jalen Wright.
Eric Phillips' second free throw is no good.
Jordan, you got two, don't foul. Force it, go, right, go. Don't foul.
Coach reminding Jordan Hatter he has 2 fouls. Now they are going to get a timeout for Fairfield as Xavier Ricks was trapped.
Well, you got to like what you're seeing out of Colerain so far. Up 3 points here at home. The only reason that they lost the last game was that they just fell apart in the third quarter. So if they can keep things strong and they do manage to come out with some fire in their bellies in the second half, I like their chances here.
Corey making things hard for Fairfield's senior combination. Actually, Xavier Ricks is a junior, but the senior Devin Turner, the 6'5" senior, making things hard on him, to get easy baskets. Corey playing very physical inside tonight.
Future does look bright for Fairfield, though. As we saw in the JV game, they've got some great young players, and Ricks will be a senior next year, so he'll put some more pounds on that frame of his, and he'll be a real good player.
Yeah, from what we know anything from Fairfield's JV game, they have a bright future, without question. Fairfield coming in, Xavier Ricks passes it out, Kroppenbecker. And that one is good. Nice kick out by Xavier Ricks. And now the game is tied at 17 with 2:30 left to go here in the first half.
Hey, back it out. See, you up top, round on the wing. You up top, round on the wing. Kaylin, stay at the three-point line.
Corin's head coach screaming out instructions for his team.
And they're a little out of position, working to get back in it.
A lot of ball movement on the perimeter for Colerain.
See if Sincere Jones is ready to drive.
See if they'll take in. And they're going to get Sincere for a double dribble. We have our producer who's seeing it too with his own eyes. Kroppenbecker over to Turner. Xavier Ricks almost turns it over.
Saves the over and back.
Colerain gets the turnover. Sincere Jones. Wiley. That was a good transition play by the Colerain Cardinals. Defense leading offense.
He elevates and knows exactly what to do with it.
Baker for three. That one's off. Eric Phillips with the rebound.
Good box out there.
Oh,
Just skies it over Wiley just a little too much on that one.
that's a little bit of a momentum killer for Colerain. Here's the replay of the transition offense by Colerain. Great ball movement from Eric Phillips and Sincere Jones for Wiley. An easy layup for Colerain to take a 19-17 lead. Baker over to Turner, being guarded by Patterson. Turner drives in. That one's no good. Turner having a hard time hitting his shots tonight. Sincere Jones has the ball. Wiley inside to Phillips. Phillips tries to make a cross-court pass, and that one's stolen by Baker. And Jakari Patterson tips it.
Well, a couple of changes since these two teams last met. Baker has started to make a name for himself. He's only started 9 games this season, but he's been in for the last 5. And also, Peyton Brown was a starter last time, and he has been, he hadn't played in the last 6-7 games.
Some type of injury looks like that is keeping him out. And that's a steal by Jakari Patterson. Jakari Patterson in for the layup, and that one's off the back of the rim. Turner over to Ricks. Ricks being guarded by Wiley.
That's one of those chances you just got to convert when you get down there, or at least draw the foul.
Wiley playing up on Ricks.
Nearly knocked the ball away from him.
And Wiley gets a steal. Wiley playing aggressive, and he gets a steal. Almost loses the ball, puts it up. Phillips with the rebound, wild shot. And Fairfield has the ball. And that will mark the end of an eventful first half. Colerain leading 19-17.
Colerain basketball on Waycross Sports. Made possible by Borgman Athletics Group. We make sports happen. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life. Anderson Automatic Heating and Cooling. And Shoe Carnival.
Start the second half. Nathaniel, so far, it was a good half played by both teams. Colerain really good defensively, slowing down guys like Devin Turner. And then for Colerain, grabbing boards, playing physical, and right there, getting turnovers. Wiley coming up the court, and that's good.
That was a big part of it for Colerain in the first half, getting themselves some extra possessions by making some turnovers and then score off the fast break. That's the second good little layup that Wiley's had off a turnover.
And they're going to say that's a tie-up. Colerain with the fast start here in the second half, excuse me. Having big guys down there like Eric Phillips down there to grab rebounds helps prevent Fairfield from getting second chance opportunities. That's Colerain's ultimate goal on defense, is to make sure it's a one and done for Fairfield each time.
Exactly.
Eric Phillips gets the ball inside. Sincere Jones has it.
Back to the basket, had himself a nice pass there.
That's always an advantage for any team, is that can have a big man that can pass the ball. Opens up the whole offense.
And to the degree that you're able, you're going to want to try and lock down Xavion Ricks, because he's a majority of their team's offense.
And Wiley gets it to go. Sincere to Wiley. And Colerain with a 5-0 start to the second half. We saw this in the JV game as well. A quick start from Colerain, but they fell apart. Let's see if the varsity game will be different. And that's a turnover. Colerain has the ball. Wiley has the ball. Mid-range jump shot.
Good spacing.
Rebound by Wright. And Colerain will reset the offense. Just as we were talking about, second chance opportunities, and Colerain gets one right there.
But now you got to take advantage here. You want to swell this lead and start to bury your opponent. Make them feel the pressure.
Hatter, right at half court. Looking for a play. Hatter looking over to the head coach. Wright has the ball. Gets it inside to Phillips. Phillips' layup off the front of the rim. Copenbaker has the ball. Colerain full court pressing. And that's another turnover. Wright has
didn't get enough on that pass.
Wiley's mid-range jump shot. That one's off the back of the rim, and Wright gets the ball back.
It just didn't box out.
And now Fairfield gets a turnover. And he's fouled. Devin Turner is fouled by Eric Phillips. Colerain had multiple chances. They had their best scorer with mid-range jump shot, just wasn't able to get it to go.
Yeah, that's the look they wanted, but it's all right. They'll have more opportunities going forward.
Devin Turner will shoot free throws. First free throw is good.
Substitution for the Indians. Number 13, Malachi Centers.
Some substitutions coming in for Fairfield. Cortland Smith coming into the game. Turner's second free throw is also good.
Entering the game now for the Indians.
Sean Simpkins coming into the game as well. Devin Turner, who just made the free throws, is coming out. Wiley has the ball. The jump shot is good. Wiley, even though he missed a couple shots, he is still shooting.
He is good, and he's now only 3 points away, even though there's a plenty of game left to go, to getting to a season average of 18 points.
Fairfield coming in. That layup is no good. Number 13, Malachi Centers. 27-19 lead. Colerain with an exceptional start to the second half. Wiley leading the way for Colerain in the second half. Wiley thought about it, being guarded hard by Cortland Smith.
He'd be justified in taking that shot, and he's going to do it there.
And Wiley again. That young man is catching fire. A 30-19 lead now. Colerain has the lead up to 11.
He's feeling it. This is just his night. Shooting very well from beyond the arc.
That one is stepped by Eric Phillips. And they're going to get a tie up. That was Jalen Wright playing smart defense right there for the Cardinals. Cardinals playing with a lot of energy here in the second half. Copenbaker, Simpkins. Smith coming in, and they're going to get him for a travel. Colerain has Fairfield's offense all out of wax right now.
Yeah, he thought it was clothesline there, but he just slipped and fell.
Referees letting them play a little physical. Now Eric Phillips went to go give the man a handshake. That man being Cortland Smith.
It's nice to see a little sportsmanship at this level.
And Eric Phillips is not the one that you want to run into. If there's anyone on Colerain's team that you don't want to run into, it's Eric Phillips.
No, sir. Pick someone else who's, maybe under 230 pounds.
Pass over to Wiley.
It's like running into a brick wall.
All the way across court. Wiley looking to make a play. Wiley looking for a shot back over to Hatter. 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Cardinals with the 11-point lead over the Indians. Wiley, deep three. That one's off.
I was going to say, if he made that one, he woke up this morning feeling dangerous.
Xavier Ricks almost loses the ball. Being guarded by Sincere Jones.
Now you got 2 stars on 1 star.
And they're going to get it for a travel again.
Colerain's getting the better of him here.
2 straight possessions on a travel. That could have went either way, as there was some contact there from the Cardinal defense, but It wasn't enough to draw a foul. As we see the replay, we saw right here.
He's walking around with it.
That's a good call. If there's not too much contact, that's a travel. Colerain looking to swell this lead, take advantage of the turnovers.
And it doesn't have to be anything too fancy. Just keep putting points on the board.
And no reason for Colerain to rush this. 11-point lead, get your shot. That pass tipped by Deshaun Simpkins.
Heads up there by Wiley not to try and touch it as it was going out. He knows he's getting the ball back.
Hatter over to Wiley.
That was a nice
Colerain's
little
head coach
juke
likes
by
getting in
Wiley.
our way, so we don't see the game. And that one is thrown over. Colerain letting Fairfield stay in this game. Turnovers from Fairfield, but Colerain not taking advantage of putting this game out of further reach. Now we have Colin Singer. Good pass, and that one's just no good. Sincere Jones has it. Sincere Jones is going to transition, and that one is stolen.
It's nearly off to the races.
Deshaun Simpkins. Kropenbaker. The mid-range jump shot, that one's no good. Rebound by Wright.
Ooh, they're fighting
Both
for
players
it.
have the ball. Both players getting a little heated, a lot of physical play right now.
Yeah, the whistle stopped that just as it was starting to get ugly.
Jalen Wright really doing a lot of the dirty work for the Cardinals right now, grabbing boards, being physical, bringing some of that energy to the Cardinal defense. 2:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Cardinals at an 11-point lead still. And that's a steal from Colerain.
Nice steal back, highlight
That's a
reel.
layup. Now the Cardinals are feeling it. Cardinals now starting to take advantage of their turnovers.
Yeah, there, now you're up by 13. Maybe work it a little bit.
And the head coach is loving what he's seeing from his Colerain Cardinals. A great steal and great ball movement. Wiley, Hatter, that is a layup. That is money.
Conversely, the Fairfield coach has got to be getting his guys in the huddle saying, man,
You got to take care of the ball.
stop the turnovers, calm it down, box out. I mean, just get back to doing the fundamentals. Things are getting real sloppy from the Fairfield side.
And now we have a package on the leading scorer tonight, Wiley. His jump shot is something smooth, Nathaniel, isn't it?
Oh, here in the second half, he's just absolutely heated up from mid-range and from beyond the arc. You love to see him shoot the three ball, but also these layups are beautiful.
Being able to finish, he's a left-handed dominant, being able to finish in the lane through contact, shooting the jump shot, running the floor in transition. Really incredible game by Wiley so far. There's a reason he's one of the best scorers in the GMC.
Such control on him. He's scored more than 26 times this season, and it's a pretty good bet that he's going to do it again here tonight.
Now we see Wiley and Phillips getting on the same page, and Fairfield comes back onto the court. Kropenbaker has the ball over to Singer. Double team, and that's another steal for Colerain. Wiley has
Aggressive play is going to turn into
Three-point shot in and out for Wiley, and that's another steal. Hatter for three, off the front of the rim. And that's a foul. I'll tell you what, Fairfield, the turnovers are just mounting insurmountably right now for the Indians. Turnover after turnover after turnover.
and no easy points for Colerain, but you will take these free throws. Keep them coming.
Jakari Patterson, first free throw. That one's no good. Colerain's defense absolutely playing out of their minds right now, to say the least.
Yeah, well, they're being plenty aggressive,
Patterson's second free throw was
but
good.
you'd like to see Fairfield just step it up a little bit more. Just be aware of your surroundings. A couple of these plays, they're just not paying attention to the Colerain defenders bearing down on them.
This is eerily similar to what we saw in the JV game, this time with the opposite team. Now Fairfield can't stop turning the ball over, just like Colerain couldn't stop turning the ball over.
That's right.
And that ball was tipped, but they're going to say it will stay with Fairfield. Caldwell will pass it in, gets it to Kroppenbaker.
Kroppenbaker's got to do something. Nice heads-up play there to bounce it out of bounds.
He was getting trapped. Now the offense will reset with Caldwell passing it in again. Simpkins gets it, tries to put it up, no good. That's a rebound, and they're going to have a foul on Fairfield. Looks like they're going to get Cortland Smith on a foul. Again, look at Jalen Wright doing the dirty work, grabbing rebounds.
That's right.
Bodies on the floor.
And at the same time for Fairfield, just not making your shots. I mean, this is the first time that these two teams played. Colerain fell apart in the third quarter, and now here's Fairfield doing the same thing. They've only scored 2 points here in the third quarter, and those 2 points seem like a long time ago.
Corey Patterson looking to make his way inside. Over to Wright, and Wiley will get it, and he'll set the offense back up. Wright being guarded by Caldwell.
And it's coming off of a healthy dose of ball movement here. Colerain's managing to spread it around and get the guys they need. Little errant there, but overall, doing a good job of spreading the wealth.
And it looks like Wiley is starting to be double teamed slowly but surely, as we saw both players collapse on him.
And that's going to be dangerous, because also on the court you got Sincere Jones, and the two of them together torched Fairfield for over 20 points last time.
Eric Phillips all the way across the right. Jakari Patterson has it. He's also getting double teamed. That one's almost stolen. 18 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Wiley double teamed. Wright going in. Patterson puts it up, and that one is good. A lot of offensive possession on Colerain to end up with a basket. A 16-point lead. 1 second. Fairfield's got to put it up. And that one's stolen again. What a third quarter by the Colerain Cardinals. That's one of the best quarters they played all season.
Wow. That's impressive.
I mean, we got to get a number on how many turnovers Fairfield had in that quarter.
Yeah,
that has to be pushing 7 or 8, maybe more than that.
Absolutely. I would totally believe double digits. 16-2, the Cardinals outscored Fairfield.
And the positive aspect for the Cardinals, they took advantage of the turnovers and scored a lot of points. Now made it a 16-point game. As I just said, that might have been one of the best quarters Colerain has played all season long.
Well, if the Indians want to get back in this thing, they're probably going to have to look to Xavion Ricks and make sure that he's getting his looks. If he can get his shots in and start making something happen here, it could get back in this. But right now, it's all Colerain.
Fairfield's offense looks lost, to say the least, coming out of halftime. You expect the opposite. You know, you get your plays together, you get rejuvenated, and you come back strong. But Fairfield has come the opposite. They had a solid offense in the first half, but in the second half, Colerain's defense has stifled them.
Yeah, they have no clear sense of what they want to do out there. They keep changing up tactics and trying to do one thing or another. Try and stick to one thing and see if it works for you.
Now, as we enter the final quarter here at Colerain High School, the Cards have a 16-point lead over the Indians. Colerain looking to finish the job, Fairfield looking to make a run. And it's going to have to be quick for Fairfield. They're going to have to make a run early in this quarter if they want to get back into this game. Ricks over to Turner. As you mentioned, Nathaniel, Ricks and Turner have to be involved.
That's right.
That one's an air ball, but Fairfield is right there to get the rebound. Malachi centers. Now it's a 14-point game. Sincere Jones. Eric Phillips all the way across to right. Right being double teamed, he's almost trapped. Gets it out to Wiley, and he will reset the offense. And Colerain is gonna call a timeout. It's a smart play. Wiley had Turner and Ricks on him. That was either gonna be a turnover Orlow's going to be tipped out of bounds. Might as well take a timeout and get your offense reset.
Sure. And you don't want to give any momentum to Fairfield is the big thing. So, you know, take yourself a timeout, get things figured out, come back, and dominate.
One thing I'm noticing is Fairfield is really closing in on Colerain on the half-court defense. Colerain has to move the ball further along and try to get the ball into the paint. They're doing a lot of half-court offense, and Fairfield's length, they're taking advantage of that. Colerain has to start moving the ball inside.
And they're keying in on Wiley big time. They're starting to respect his game, and especially as he's been able to get them from beyond the arc, as there's a double team there on Wiley.
Colerain has to get the ball forward. They keep dribbling the ball on half-court. That ball is tipped.
There's that help defense starting to pay off, except.
And Wiley almost puts that in over 3 defenders.
And that would have been probably the most impressive thing I've seen all night.
With Wiley being double teamed, somebody's going to have to help close this game out for the Cardinals. And I think that someone has to be Sincere Jones, as he is the second leading scorer with 13 points a game. Good rebound by Jakari Patterson. Wiley coming up. Over to Patterson. And that one through the hands of Sincere Jones.
Man,
Yeah,
Jones
Sincere
is getting
Jones.
all kinds of banged up tonight. First he takes it in the eye, then he's taking it on his wrist or maybe his thumb.
There we go, there we go.
Nothing's
going
easy
again.
for Sincere Jones tonight.
Jakari Patterson for a foul. And to hear the replay just right through the hands of the football player. You don't usually see that. Jakari Patterson, Sincere Jones is usually sure-handed, especially on the football field, and usually on the basketball court as well.
I imagine he just jammed his hand a little bit there.
Turner misses. Gets it back out. The jump shot is good. Malachi Center's having a nice second half for the Fairfield Indians. Now it is a 12-point game. Fairfield slowly trying to close this deficit.
Yeah, we're at a turning point here. It could go one of two ways. Either Fairfield's going to decide to claw back into this thing and try and cut it to within 5 or 6.
And they're going to say Wiley walked with the ball. And as we see, they're keying in on Wiley, and Colerain is not noticing, is not figuring out this defense right now.
That could happen.
We have under 6 minutes to go, a 12-point lead for Fairfield, for Colerain, excuse me. Devin Turner for 3, and that one gets stuck on the rim.
Man, how often do you see that?
That's how you know that ball had a certain type of backspin on it.
Substitution for the Cardinals.
We have Wright coming in for Jakari Patterson.
Right.
Hatton. And that's a kick ball. It will stay with the Cardinals.
Well,
Wiley pass it out. Gets it to Sincere Jones. Wiley for 3. Off the back of the rim.
why not? If you're having yourself a night, go for it.
Got it, got it. Got it. Got it.
Xavier Ricks going in, and that one is good. And now the lead is 10. It is a slow dissection of the lead, but it is now only a 10-point game.
It's a good look right there for Ricks, and that's what he does so well, cutting to the basket. Hatter saves himself from
good
the
pass inside. That's a good play
over
by
and back.
Jordan Hatter with an exceptional pass inside to right, and Colerain takes back a 12-point lead.
Get up, Jordan, downhill.
And that one's stolen by Sincere Jones. Sincere coming up the court.
Here it comes.
Sincere going for the layup. And that one's off the back of the rim. Sincere would
strong.
love to have that one back. Xavier Ricks showing his ball handles. Devin Turner almost lost it. Setters again. No good, and Eric Phillips grabs the rebound.
Transition.
Sincere coming up, and he gets fouled.
Not a ton of fouls here in the second half. Pretty clean game here.
You see Colerain not settling for jump shots. Colerain attacking. especially the only one we see consistently taking jump shots is Wiley. Everyone else consistently taking it to the hole.
Take a look here as you see
The nice pass by Hatter. Sincere Jones thought about the three and said he's going to set the offense back up with Wiley.
Wiley weaving in and out of defenders. Ball still on the way, though.
Turner. And that's a good play by Jordan Hatter. Did not let Turner finish his and one, make him earn it at the free throw line instead of having an easy basket.
At the line now for the Indians, number 0, Devin Turner.
That's a pretty good idea, too. Turner's shooting about 75%. Tonight he shot to his average, 3 of 4 from the line. That one goes in.
Now for the Indians, number 4, Colin Singer.
Colin Singer coming into the game for Malachi Centers. Centers is having a nice half, rebounding and getting a couple nice baskets. Turner's second free throw rolls in and out. That's the story of Fairfield tonight. 11-point lead for the Cardinals. Wiley looking to make a play. Puts the layup up, and that one's no good. Wright grabs the rebound. Sincere Jones, that's up and that's good.
Jones has got it.
Well, I'll tell you what, the importance of Jalen Wright right now cannot be overshadowed. Doing a whole bunch of the dirty work for Colerain. Sure, he didn't get the basket, but he grabbed the rebound and set up Sincere Jones for an easy layup.
I'm sure Coach will definitely give him the accolades he deserves after the game.
Three-pointer, that one is good. Xavier Ricks doing everything he can to will his team back into this game. Colerain with a 10-point lead.
Ricks is in there now. He's got 10 points in double digits. And Sincere Jones as well now has himself double digits.
And now here we have Xavier Ricks' highlights, having a really nice game. Now we have Centers. Got some Fairfield highlights to show you guys. Yeah, Fairfield's going to come back and has to start with Xavier Ricks. He's the guard that's going to lead this charge. Devin Turner has struggled a little bit tonight. He's struggled to get some of his shots to go. Xavier Ricks has to pick up the slack.
And keep in mind, Ricks shoots about 47% from 3. So
Which is incredible.
he's absolutely got the ability to start going off here.
To take over this game when he needs to.
Which is why it's important for Colerain, if you want to close out this game, lock down defensively and don't let anything happen easily.
The ball will stay with Colerain. 3:15 left to go in this game. A double-digit lead, but it's a slim double-digit lead for Colerain, only 10. And as Nathaniel said, when you have a guy like Ricks who shoots so well from 3, this game could change really quickly. Hatter has it. Wiley for 3. That one's off. Eric Phillips gets the ball back. Mid-range jump shot, that's off. And that one will go off of Eric Phillips.
Ball in the hands of Ricks.
Stephen Taylor. Logan Murphy. The 3-point shot, that one's no good. That's going to be a jump ball.
Hey, Jordan, you get one. Ron don't want to guard it. Stay, Jordan. Shoot that.
Stephen Taylor. Eric Phillips playing way off. Xavier Ricks being guarded by Howard.
Stay. Get up. In the middle, Aaron.
2:30 left to go. Colerain nursing a 10-point lead.
Keep your eye on Ricks. It always finds its way back to him, the ball does.
And they're going to call a foul on, looks like, Eric Phillips. Eric Phillips pleading his case that Devin Turner extended his arm, and that should be an offensive foul. Now you have Kropenbaker coming back into the game.
See if he can provide a little bit of outside shooting.
Number 11, Caleb Kropenbaker.
Turner puts up a wild shot, no good. Puts up a second one, and that one is good. And now we have a single-digit ball game. 8 points, Sincere Jones breaks out.
Not if Sincere has anything
And
to
that
say.
one is a foul.
And for a third time tonight, Sincere Jones is hammered.
He has definitely taken a little bit of a beating. That was good recovery defense by Fairfield. And obviously that is clearly a foul. A whole lot of body on Sincere Jones.
Foul on Indians, number 1, Xavier Riggs. His first, the team's 4th.
I'm imagining Sincere will be happy to take some of the punishment that he has endured tonight if they do indeed walk out of here with a win in 2 minutes and 7 seconds.
His first free throw is money. Jones looking to put Colerain back up double digits here. Sincere's second free throw is no good. That one is no good by Devin Turner. And that will stay with Fairfield. But I'll tell you what, Devin Turner, he averages 13 points a game, but tonight he struggled. And I think that's partly just an off night from him, but that's also Colerain's defense.
Yeah, he just hadn't been able to find his rhythm at any point tonight. He's just never quite looked comfortable.
Timeout, Cardinals.
Now a 30-second timeout being called by the Colerain coaches. Head coach Tyrone Gilbert. This is a solid win by Colerain. Obviously, we know neither of these teams wins a lot of games, but both teams have played hard, and Colerain especially has played a really good second half.
Yeah, they'd be happy to finish their season on a note like this.
And this being senior night, there's no better way to send off the seniors than a win against a foe that you've had a hard time beating in the past handful of years.
Well, of course. And then, you know, make yourself a run in the playoffs, see what happens. You never know. Now you see the hesitancy from
Turner
Turner
coming in, and
there.
that's got to be an offensive foul. Yeah, it is. Devin Turner, that's a frustration foul right there on Devin Turner. He hasn't gotten into a rhythm, as you mentioned, and that was just, he lowered his arm just out of frustration.
He was already upset with himself because he hadn't taken that three. I mean, he had a wide open look, and he decided to pass it up, and then it started closing off with the defense coming in, and he just tried to foul his way out of it.
Good catch there by Wiley. Colerain looking to juice some clock. And that's a foul on Colin Singer.
Foul on Indians, number 4.
Wiley will pass the ball right in front of us. He's had a really good game tonight. Wiley to Sincere. Sincere back to Wiley. That's under right. Colin Hatter. Wiley driving in. Inside to right. Hatter.
Oh,
Over
there
for
he
three.
is.
That one's in and out.
And this place was ready to explode if he hit that one.
Foul on Colerain, number 11, Jalen Wright, his 3rd of the team.
That could have been all but over if Hatter would have hit that three.
Oh, that's something that'll just break your spirit. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's pretty close to being over, but that surely would have been the final death blow.
And what a steal by Wiley.
That's going to do it. There's Sincere.
Sincere Jones and puts on a highlight reel. Sincere Jones with a monster slam to put the icing on the cake.
Oh, you know he wanted that one.
What a play. Sincere Jones showing out, and what a play by Wiley. He's had such a good game offensively and gets the game-clinching steal over to Sincere Jones for a highlight.
And just well done all around from Colerain tonight. And they're going to get their first victory over Fairfield since 2011.
And here we have the highlight again from the human highlight reel, Sincere Jones.
His 2nd, the team 7.
Ooh, that is just filthy.
At the line now for the Cardinals, number 2, Rodney Wiley Jr.
Now Wiley will look to add to his point total. His free throw was good. player of the game, I think, is definitely without question Wiley.
Oh, he absolutely took over as soon as this second half started. He was already doing well in the first. In that third quarter, he just impacted the game in so many different ways.
Turner not able to get it to go, gets his own rebound, puts it up, and it's good. Turner gets an and one. That's the rhythm Devin Turner was trying to get in all night, but he just couldn't do it. Couldn't get into that flow. Couldn't use his body to his advantage, his height to his advantage.
Yeah, too little, too late.
And that free throw is off. Now as we wrap this game up, Colerain will get a much-needed victory. And this is honestly a feel-good victory for Colerain. Winning on senior night, beating a foe that has been a thorn in your side for all these years, playing a really well-rounded game offensively and defensively. This is a feel-good win for the Cardinals.
And for Fairfield, you know, take away from it the sting of defeat and come back next year with a clear vision of what you want to do and knock them out. We got a couple of the JV guys joining in for Colerain.
Some of these guys that we saw a few hours ago in the JV game. And that one is good. So Colerain is going to walk out here with a feel-good win. Solid game played against Fairfield. Xavier Ricks, mid-range jump shot. That one's no good.
Hold it.
That we had Vernon Sinclair trying to save it. Wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, we got 4 seconds until this one's over, but it's pretty much felt over since about midway through the third quarter.
That three-point shot is good. So that is going to do it. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Colerain gets a feel-good victory over Fairfield. Final score, 46-36. Oh, 43, excuse me.
Colerain basketball on WAYCROSS Sports. Made possible by Borgman Athletics Group. We make sports happen. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life. Anderson Automatic Heating and Cooling. And Shoe Carnival.